Hey everybody, it's David, the Timeless Runner, once again coming to you with another of our sessions on yoga for seniors, yoga for beginners, an introduction to yoga for anyone who's curious, and yoga for you. And today we're going to be doing a largely stand-up yoga routine, but I am going to go down on the ground for a couple of the poses, just to show you that in fact it can be done anytime, anywhere, whatever you've got on. Just find yourself a pleasant place to be and go ahead and take 10 minutes out of your day to give your body some of the exercise and some of the relaxation that it needs. So we are going to start off with that relaxation part. Today I'm going to put one hand on my diaphragm and one on my heart, and I'm going to start with some deep breaths. So we're going to inhale through our nose. Feel your lungs expand as you do that. Hold it for a count of 3. And then exhale. Feel our diaphragms compressing as we do that. Bringing in new oxygen to fuel our muscles. And exhaling all of those toxins that we have accumulated overnight or over the day. We're going to work our way from our head down to loosen up. So I'm going to start with some easy neck rotations. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed when you do this. Same with your shoulder blades. Take it slow. You don't want to force any issues. You don't want to pull your neck out doing this. But if you've been sitting at a desk all day, this is a great way to get those kinks out of your neck. And I usually do about 5 circles in each direction. Now with those relaxed shoulders, bring one up and lean your ear to your shoulder on one side. Just hold it there. You'll feel the stretch on the other side of your neck. Most stretches you should hold for 15 to 20 seconds. Any more than that, you probably not going to do any more good than you already have. And then switch sides. And remember to breathe as you do this. And then we're going to rotate our shoulders back, standing with our feet about shoulder width apart. And then reverse and move them forward. You'll find the number that's right for you. I do anywhere between 5, 7, 10, whatever it is for that particular day. Now we're going to raise our one arm up with the other on the hip and then bend gently to the left. Stretch out the muscles on that right side as we do this. You can use an internal count, or you can count breaths. Generally, people breathe at about 12 breaths per minute. So if you want to do 15 seconds, just count 3. You want to do 20, count 4. Reverse it and do the other side. And then as I'm feeling particularly stiff on the side, I'm going to repeat that today. Try and keep your feet flat on the ground as you do this. Keep your legs relatively straight. Again, we're bending from the waist and pointing out with our arm to elongate those muscles on the side, stretch them out. Feel your heels coming off the ground, put them back down. Usually when that happens, you're trying to help yourself and you're actually hurting yourself. And we're going to go into our hip stretches, hip rotations, just loosening up the hips. We're going to do slow circles to one side. And slow circles to the other. Again, your feet should be flat on the ground as you do this. When I say flat, I mean the balls of your feet, your sole, and your heel should all be on the ground. If you find yourself rocking up on an ankle or on a heel or moving excessively side to side, stop it. Just put your feet back on the ground and start again. Right, since my hips are particularly sore today, I am going to get down on the ground here. I'm going to do some other hip exercises. So this one is for, again, the hip mobility. This is kind of what we just did standing up, but we're going to do it on the ground by rotating our hips around. If I turn to the side, you may be able to see this a little better. We're going to rotate the hips in big circles on the ground as we kneel. And again, as a rule, I generally do 5 to 7 repetitions or circles, and reverse it in the other direction. Loosening up those tendons and those joints. Then we're going to do the fire hydrants, which is where we lift our leg up and we'll make hip circles again in one direction and go in the other. Try not to lean excessively to one side. Keep your shoulders and your hips as square as possible to a straight line. And then we'll reverse and do the other side. Can work on strength by extending your leg out and your other arm forward. That'll strengthen the glutes and the hamstrings. Again, hold them for as long as you can. This is a strength move, so it will take a while to build up the strength to do this. And of course, reverse the other side. Find your balance point. And again, we don't want to be leaning side to side. We want to be straight ahead in our alignment for our hips, our shoulders, and our ankles. Again, this is to build up that strength. There are other options for that, but we'll stick with that one for today. And then downward facing dog is always a good one to throw in there. And there is a variation of the hips that you can do the circles from this position. Again, the last one I'm going to do for the hips on the ground today is to lean back, grab my knees to my chest, pine cones out from under me, and then do some hip rotations. Again, remembering to breathe all the time. And go into a static stretch by putting my right foot over my left knee, Grabbing it with my left arm and hugging it to my chest. You're going to feel the stretch on the outside of your glute and your hip area. And if you turn around, you'll alter the way that you're stretching that hip joint. And if you lean forward, you'll start to stretch the hamstring on the other leg, all of which are good stretches. And then we're going to move that over, put the right leg over the left leg over the right, hug it with our arm, or just forward to stretch the hamstring, turn it around to stretch the outside of our hip. And all along we're remembering to breathe. We're not going to pull excessively to a point where it hurts. We just want to feel a nice stretch on the outside of our leg. Again, altering where we feel that stretch by rotating our shoulders or moving forward and back. Whenever you get up, always roll to your side. Knees under you, and then come on up. Then I'm going to do two more that I usually do almost every day. One is going to be the high lunge, where we start with our foot in front of us, take a big step back, and then go and look for our balance point. Our front quad should be parallel to the ground. Rear leg should be as straight as possible. And you're going to feel the stretch right in each of those quads. And then lean forward, stretching out that glute on the forward leg. Do this in a controlled motion. Feel the stretch. And from there we go into a warrior by turning our rear leg so that it is perpendicular to our body line. Holding our legs out, our arms out, and leaning into it. This will stretch out your groin muscles. And then we're going to move over and do it on the other side. You will find that your strength side to side is going to differ. You are going to want to try and have your rear leg in line with your front leg, not out to the side. You want to keep a straight body line as you do this. Again, this is more for balance, but you will get a great stretch in your quads doing this. And again, into the warrior pose by turning our rear foot outward and leaning into it like you're getting ready for a karate match or judo. And then we will finish up with, again, some cleansing breaths. Replenish our body with the oxygen, and to exhale all those toxins that we've just freed from the muscles as we've woken them up and worked them out this morning. So I hope that was of value to you. I do appreciate your watching. If you like these videos, please click on like. If you want to see them when they first come out, click on subscribe. I'd really love that. And hey, we'll see you again soon.